Bless up, my people. Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl, Isabel Rose. Thanks for all new subscribers. Thanks to the returning subscribers. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Turn the post notification bell on. Put it on all so you won't miss an upload from me. On the road to 20k, help me to get there, my people. So in this one, my people, Delroy Chuck expeditiously crafts new legislation to address the jury misconduct, as well as Jambar considers position on amendment to the Jury Act, and Paula Llewellyn defends her decision. Stay tuned for the details at hand. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Run go over to my other platform. Subscribe over there. Get that channel to 1k for me. Please and thanks. Some people following the Privy Council's last week ruling to quash the conviction for, entertainer Vybz Kartel and co-accused, citing jury misconduct. It has sent the Justice Department scampering for, Amendment Act to the whole jury. And so Justice Minister Delroy Chuck says the government is moving expeditiously to craft new legislation to address the vexed issue of jury misconduct. So a review of the legislation that exists in England is now taking place with the aim of having a similar law in Jamaica, whereas in my people, if there's any jury misconduct where a juror might be found, trying to bribe other jurors, they will abolish that whole jury and the judge can proceed with the trial on his own. Chuck says the drafting of the new legislation is the top priority.
We're really at the beginning. This legislation, which was enacted in England in 2002, I believe, just came to my attention at least, and probably the nation's attention, because of the Privy Council ruling. Since then, I've had a copy of the legislation, and I've asked my legal team to work expeditiously on it so that a similar legislation can be put in place at the earliest possible time.
We also seen the president of the Jamaica Bar Association, Kevin Powell, saying that Jambar is actively considering its position on the amendment of the Jury Act to facilitate judge-only trials if the impartiality of a jury panel has been called into question.
Personally, I would support any initiative that would assist the court and the judicial system to address any injustice that could arise in jury tampering circumstances similar to what happened in the case in question. The focus has been on amending the Jury Act to allow for a judge to conclude a trial after discharging a jury. Any amendment to permit a judge to do this would have to be in very clearly defined circumstances that do not deprive the accused of a right to a fair trial. However, aside from amendments to the Act, we should also be considering other initiatives such as increasing the stipend payable to jurors to serve, allowing for jurors to be sequestered, and providing satisfactory facilities and other arrangements for citizens to discharge their civic duty. I think it has to be a combination or a consideration of all these factors that would allow us to address any systemic issues that we have in relation to the jury service.
Meanwhile, on the other hand, we see Director of Public Prosecutions, Paula Llewellyn, defending her decision to proceed with the prosecution of dancehall entertainer Vybz Kartel and his 3 co-accused as it pertains to the jury attempting to bribe the other jurors. However, DPP has signaled her intention to seek a retrial of Kartel and his co-accused when the matter is brought back to the Court of Appeal, and she refused to be drawn on whether her recommendation was a bad one.
I have done other cases where there has been jury tampering to the great negative of the prosecution. I have seen cases, I've seen jury inquiries where the juror having been questioned, it was quite clear that it was either an accused person or an accused person's relative that approached the juror, and the juror was able to indicate to the court that it did not make any difference. He would still be able to have an impartial situation in his mind. I have had the experience. I've prosecuted many cases, and when asked, I have indicated that we don't have any problem. So in other words, we are prepared to take our chances and just try to make sure that you have a very powerful address. I'm not going to make any comments on that because there are a lot of things about that case outside, especially of what was happening, that we are not able to go into. And I am not going to go there. When everything is finished, everything, perhaps if I'm persuaded, then we can go into some of the nuts and bolts of other things that were occurring that the judges would not have been aware of, that we on the ground were aware of. Part of being DPP is that you have to have a thick skin and you have to be able to take the slings and arrows. Because in the final analysis, at the heart of everything going forward must be fairness to the accused. We have received directives from the Privy Council that the matter is to be heard in terms of the consideration of retrial. Once you have retrial, there are possibilities for possible trial or other things. That means in my head, I have to make sure that I say nothing that can add to pre-trial publicity and to do anything that can be a negative. We have it to track. We're just doing a little bit more research, and we should do it by the end of this week. And let me make it quite clear. It is a common situation where sometimes the defense bar do it with the Bar Association. We may, as we did with the Firearms Act the other day, the new Firearms Act, we saw certain gaps because we are the practitioners in court. And we saw that there needed to be more refinement in one or two areas. And we make recommendations to the Ministry of Justice indicating what we saw happening on the ground or in the trenches in court and why we believe we would need to have some amendment. I have deliberately stayed away from making any public comment about the judgment, save and except in respect of that narrow area of law where the possibility of the amendment to the Jury Act to replicate Section 46 of the particular legislation, which was referred to by the Privy Council in their judgment, would, I believe, go a far way in enhancing the administration of justice in Jamaica.
People, my 2 cents, this approach should have been undertaken many, many years ago. You understand? And it had to come to Privy Council to quash a conviction as such where a juror from a whole juror panel tried to bribe others. Right? It had to come to this for everyone now scampering to get an amendment as it pertains to jurors. Also, my people, we seen where the Justice Minister a few days ago, I believe, said that they're making amendments to increase the stipend also for jurors. Because this mere $2,000, I believe, per sitting of the court does not make any sense right now. So they're trying to increase that as well. So when you can talk to my people and tell me what you think about this Juror Amendment Act that they're drafting up right now. You heard it for yourself that, it's their top priority right now, and the DPP even said that she's in the final stages of her recommendation as it pertains to Jury Act. We even seen my people in the court of public opinion where, the mass basically calling for the DPP to step aside because of, major blunder in this whole jury misconduct. And as a matter of fact, way before even this unfolded, we seen them calling for Paula to step aside. They didn't even want them to amend any bill for any extension for her. But as we take it, my people, she has 2 more years in office So let us see what she will do in this retrial. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Run over to my other platform, Instagram and Facebook, and follow me over there at Anisabel Rose. Check out the YouTube store, make a purchase, it goes in support of the channel. Check out the YouTube membership, you get a lot of benefits by becoming a member. Only a small fee of $5 per month to join the Anisabel Rose movement. Member shout out goes to Angela and Yvonne Wallace. Big up on yourself. Thanks for being loyal members of this channel. We do notification shout out in each and every video. To be a part of that, all you have to do is be the first to like, comment, and subscribe, and you'll be featured in the following video to come. This notification shout out goes to Angela as well as Bumpy Brown. Big up on yourself. Thanks for the continued support from each and every subscriber. New viewers, come on board, journey with me, join the family. Subscribe to the channel, like up the videos, share out the videos. Support the ABR movement by playing your part. On the road to 20K, we can do it, my people. Help me to get there. Get this video to at least 1,000 likes. Share your thoughts and opinion in the comment section. Stay tuned for more updates. Stay tuned for more videos. Big up on yourself.